Welcome to Charles Travels, where we explore the stories and people that make America so unique. I'm your host, Charles, and I'm glad you're joining me today. As we begin our journey, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of everyday life, often found in the most unexpected places. Today, we're heading to Los Angeles, where the sun-kissed hills and palm trees line the streets of Beverly Crest. But amidst the glamour and glitz of this famous neighborhood, a disturbing incident recently unfolded. A woman, Ivana Lisette Ortiz, has been charged with attempted murder after allegedly firing a semi-automatic rifle at the home of pop superstar Rihanna. As we delve into this story, let's consider the ordinary people who find themselves in extraordinary circumstances. Rihanna, a talented musician and entrepreneur, was simply trying to live her life, surrounded by her loved ones, when this alarming event occurred. The fact that no one was injured is a testament to luck and the quick response of law enforcement. As we reflect on this incident, let's appreciate the importance of tradition and community in our lives. In small towns and rural America, neighbors often look out for one another, and a sense of camaraderie prevails. But even in bustling cities like Los Angeles, there are pockets of tight-knit communities where people come together to support one another. As we travel through the stories of others, we find connections between people and their environment. We see how the changing face of rural America affects local customs and traditions. And we're reminded that individual stories have the power to inspire and educate us, often revealing the universal in the specific. So let's take a moment to appreciate the dignity of ordinary work, like the speech pathologist Ivana Lisette Ortiz, who has been accused of this heinous crime. We must also recognize the beauty of everyday life, even in the face of adversity, and the importance of taking the back roads to discover hidden gems and unexpected stories. As we continue our journey on Charles Travels, we'll explore more fascinating tales from across America. We'll celebrate the extraordinary aspects of ordinary American life, from the crafts and skills that define our culture to the seasonal changes that shape our experiences. We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels, where we explore the fascinating stories and people that make America so unique. As we continue our journey today, let's head to the world of politics and media, where an intriguing conversation recently took place. Conservative television personality Sean Hannity hosted former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich on his new podcast, Hang Out with Sean Hannity. This episode is a great example of how people from different backgrounds and ideologies can come together to share their perspectives and experiences. As we listen to their conversation, let's appreciate the value of respectful dialogue and the importance of understanding different viewpoints. As we delve into this story, let's consider the small towns and rural areas that often shape our political landscape. The folksy, down-to-earth nature of these communities can influence the way politicians interact with their constituents and the media. We see how local customs and traditions, like town hall meetings and community gatherings, play a significant role in shaping public discourse. The conversation between Hannity and Blagojevich also highlights the connection between people and their environment. Just as the rolling hills and vast prairies of Illinois can shape the character of its residents, our surroundings can influence our perspectives and decisions. As we travel through America, we find that the natural beauty of our country is often reflected in the resilience and determination of its people. As we reflect on this podcast episode, let's celebrate the American tradition of free speech and open dialogue. We recognize the importance of respectful disagreement and the value of learning from others, even when we don't see eye to eye. This spirit of constructive conversation is essential to our democracy and a hallmark of small-town America, where neighbors often engage in lively discussions at local diners and town squares. As we continue our journey on Charles Travels, we'll explore more stories that highlight the dignity of ordinary work, the beauty of everyday life, and the importance of tradition. We'll visit small towns and rural areas, celebrating the unique character of each place and the people who call them home. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we conclude our journey today, I want to take you to the heart of a story that has shaken the foundations of power and justice. The recent release of the Epstein files has sent shockwaves across the globe, and one U.S. Congressman, Thomas Massie, has been at the forefront of demanding accountability. As the first sit here, reflecting on the words of Congressman Massie, I am reminded of the importance of transparency and the need for those in power to be held accountable. The Epstein case is a stark reminder of the darkest corners of human nature, where the powerful prey on the vulnerable. The fact that men like Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Lord Peter Mandelson have been arrested in the UK, only to be released under investigation, raises more questions than answers. The streets of London, once a symbol of justice and fairness, now seem to be a backdrop for a different kind of drama. The Metropolitan Police's investigations into Epstein's connections are a testament to the fact that justice knows no borders. As Congressman Massie so aptly put it, men need to be walked in handcuffs to the jail, and until we see that here in this country, we don't have a system of justice that's working. As the first travel through the landscape of this story, I am struck by the resilience of the survivors. Their voices, though shaken by the trauma they have endured, refuse to be silenced. The images of their young faces, forever etched in our minds, serve as a reminder of the asymmetry of power that exists between the predators and their prey. The plea deal of 2008, which allowed Epstein to escape justice, is a stark reminder of the failures of our system. The fact that 3 million items remain unreleased, hidden behind a veil of secrecy, only fuels the fire of suspicion. Congressman Massie's determination to see these documents released is a beacon of hope in a world where power often trumps justice. As we conclude this journey, I want to leave you with a sense of reflection. The Epstein case is not just a story about power and corruption, it's a story about the human condition. It's a reminder that our systems of justice are only as strong as our willingness to demand accountability. As we travel through the complexities of this world, let us remember the voices of the survivors, and let us strive to create a world where justice is not just a word, but a reality. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep on traveling.